for you. Winter would hold no spring. Couldn't hear a robin sing. I just wouldn't have a clue if not for you.
Yeah!
Thanks, Molly.
It's nothing to explain. It's like a diesel train. You better not be there when it rolls over. When that train rolls in, you wonder where it's been. You got to try and see a little further. They love each other. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. Take away my heartache, night like a thief. She gives me love, 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 crazy love. She gives me love, 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 crazy love.
All right, got it.
Family.
Yes, I need her in the daytime.
There's Donna and
Yes, I need her in the night.
Patrick and Norman and Daddy.
Yes, I want to throw my arms around her.
And there's the rest of the wedding.
Kiss and hug her tight. Forever young,
Here, I'll give you this one too.
forever young.
Here.
Stay.
Can you do this one? Just press that button on the side. The one on the screen, ignore that. Press that one. There's the one on the side.
Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. I have never known the likes of this. I've been alone and I missed things and kept out of sight. For other girls were never quite like you. Falling, yes I am falling, and she keeps calling me back again. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. And now we are lovers.
That's got to stand there.
And
You're
I
all standing
love
there
you
sweating.
with all my heart.
I didn't even do that. Yeah. Just stand
No,
there.
I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. There's an
Now
ice
it's
cream truck.
getting
Down the
late,
ice box. Otter bar.
and the moon is climbing high.
There she is. There she's pulling in.
I wanna celebrate. The bride has been spotted. In your eyes.
Bride has been spotted.
Because I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Because I'm still in love with you. On this harvest moon.
Thank you.
All rise, please. If I ever lose you, surely lose myself. Everything that I found here, I found by myself. Try sometimes to succeed to make this man of me. Oh, you stolen between hearts. I've no need for you anymore. I believe, 'cause I can't see all future days is of you. When I was feeling again, I'm focused on it. You can be busy in the ocean, something out there. All complexities and games, no one wins, but somehow they still win. All the missing crooked hearts, they may die, but they will stay. I believe, 'cause I can't see our future days is of you. Good afternoon, please be seated. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is John Moran, and it is my great honor and pleasure to welcome you all to this very happy occasion of the wedding of Joey Gibran and Matt Hanna. Now, I've been talking with Matt and Joey for the last several months in order to figure out the ways in which I could make this celebration everything that they wanted it to be. And so over the course of the last couple of months, I've been talking mostly with Joey. She's given it a great deal of thought and reflection. And after much contemplation and consideration, she's directed me that she'd like this wedding to be authentic but informal. A day of celebration, uplifting, happy, filled with joy, lots of music, and all of that. In addition, she wanted it to be short, not more than 20 or 25 minutes. I then asked Matt what I could do to make this day realize his expectations. And now I can't do impersonations, but Matt did that sort of Matt thing we all know. He sort of shuffled his feet, and he looked down, and he spoke in a real quiet whisper, and he said, "I don't know, you know, whatever." What she said. So those are my marching orders, and with only about 22 minutes left to go, we better get started. Now, most of us already know most of us here at the wedding, but a wedding is a special celebration because it brings together one's dearest, closest family and dearest friends. So permit me a couple of special introductions. Joey was the firstborn child of Donna and Gary. Donna is here today with her husband Galen, and Gary is here with his brother, Joey's Uncle Pete. In addition, we are joined live stream today, and thanks to Dave Wisbrocker for that, by Joey's grandmother and grandfather, Grandma Betty and Grandpa Bill, who live in Santa Cruz, who weren't able to be here today, but who set the example for Joey. They've been married 75 years, and welcome to them here today. Joey tells me that they are the guiding light of the family. And a special shout out from Joey to Bunk, her other grandmother, her father's mother, who passed several years ago, but who still lives large in Joey's heart. Other VIPs on Joey's side include her sisters Kendra and Nicole. And I've saved the best for last, because anybody that knows Joey knows that for her entire adult life, she's dedicated her life to her two boys, Carl, 19 years old, going off to Northern Arizona University in just 5 days, and Max, 14 years old and headed to his freshman year in high school in just a couple of weeks. And I apologize, and Brother Dean, who is here. Well, thank you, Dean, and I apologize. Thank you. On Matt's side, I'd like to begin with a shout out to Art and June, Matt's parents. They passed some time ago, but I know that they would be proud and happy for Matt today. Otherwise, Matt's older brother Scott is here. And of course, Matt is flanked by his two, well, it used to be his two young girls. Now they've grown into two beautiful, intelligent, successful women, Olivia and Anna, and Amber Hannah. Other VIPs on Matt's side include the Pennsylvania Boys, the PA gang. That includes Matt, Bean, Charlie, and Ron, all of whom, as a fivesome, I've told, have not been together for more than 20 years. Welcome to all of you, and welcome to everybody. And Max. Oh, and didn't I say Max? And Max, who's going on, I thought I said Max.
Yeah, you
I
did.
did say it. Okay, good.
You got it covered.
So the beauty of a wedding is that it is, by definition, a love story. And every story, of course, has a beginning. So let me tell you something of the beginning of this story, first from Joey's perspective. It was 2011, and Joey had just moved back to San Diego with her two boys. She didn't have a place to live for a couple of weeks, and so her good friend Lisa, newly married to Steve, both of them are out there somewhere today, invited Joey and the kids to stay at her house. And so they did. They stayed with Joey for several weeks. During that time, Lisa kept prodding Matt, saying, "There's this really chill guy, Matt, lives across the street. I'd like you to meet him." But Joey wasn't in the mood at that time in her life to meet any new men, and so she never gave Matt permission to make the introduction. But Lisa, smart lady, decided to make the introduction anyway and invited Matt over for a beer. And just presented it to Joey as a done deal. Matt's coming over for a beer. Deal with it. And Joey didn't have a place to live of her own, had no refuge, so she figured she'd just roll with it. Heck, it's just a beer. So Matt came over to Lisa's house one evening, and Joey's first reaction was, "Oh, he's kind of cute." Matt had a beer, Joey had a glass of wine, and before long, Joey was thinking to herself, and these are Joey's exact words, I wrote them down, "He seemed pretty nice." And I could actually understand most of what he mumbled. Joey mentioned that she was moving that Sunday, and Matt was quick to volunteer that he had a truck, and he'd be happy to move her. Well, Joey didn't give it much thought for a couple days, but come Sunday morning, 8:30, there was a knock on Lisa's door, And there was Matt, big smile on his face, probably stoned. And he ended up hauling and lifting and moving boxes all day until 10:30 at night, and at the end of the day, he gave Joey his phone number. About 3 months into their relationship, Joey and Matt took their first road trip. Joey remembers it as a road trip to Santa Cruz to see her mother. In any event, Matt drove, Joey held his hand, they listened to music, and Joey tells me that from that moment on, they listened to music, and for the first time, Joey tells me, she felt a sense of calm. Joey, calm? And at that point, Joey tells me that she knew for certain Matt was the person she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. So there it is, half of a love story. And to mark that milestone, I invite our band, Uncle Johnny's Band, also known as Uncanny, to play a part of a song from Pearl Jam. A song that illustrates not only the low point that Joey was at about 8 years ago, but also how we cut to later. Now she's strong, she's bled herself, her wounds are gone. She has survived, and she's among the fittest, riding up high amongst the waves.
Remember back the early days when you were young and amazed. Suddenly the channel changed. The first time you saw blood. Cut to later, now you're strong. You made yourself know who's all gone. It's real when there is nothing wrong. Survive your monster fears. Love ain't love until you give it up. Ride high amongst the waves, but I can feel like I have a soul that's been saved. And I can see the light coming through the clouds and rays. Just now, better louder than too late. I gotta say it now, better louder than too late.
Now here's the way Matt tells the story. It's a little bit shorter, and there were a few more mumbles in the process, but the story goes like this. Basically, Matt was aware that there was a girl had moved in next door across the street with his friend Lisa. Now the rest of this I captured on video, and I transcribed it faithfully because I wanted you to get the Matt nuance that comes with the story. This now is a verbatim quote. So I went up to the balcony, to check her out, And she looked pretty good, And I decided, sure, I'll go over there and have a beer, check her out, I said, I know. So he went over, he met the kids, and when Joey mentioned that she was moving that Sunday, Matt thought it was the perfect opportunity to get her phone number. Well, they had a great day. Joey was impressed with his truck. And she offered to cook him dinner to say thanks. So then, to quote Matt again, she cooked pretty good, And she looked pretty good, And that, I guess, was the beginning of it. I told him I know. Matt, too, remembers their first road trip, although he recalls that it was a trip to San Francisco to see the post-Grateful Dead band, Fervor. In any event, Joey met all of Matt's OB friends. Most of us are here today. And as Matt tells the story, pretty much from the beginning, he too knew that Joey was somebody he wanted to spend a lot of time with. especially when Joey started to love drinking beers, and all the more so now that she's made a successful business out of it. Then they moved in together, and Matt knew immediately that he'd seen an angel, he'd seen his fate, and he could only thank love it was not too late. I dreamed you, I saw your face, cut my lifeline, I'm drifting through space. I saw an angel, I saw my fate, and I can only thank God it was not too late. Too late. Over mountains I floated away, crossing oceans I dreamed of name. I followed an angel down through the gates, and I can only thank God it was not too late. I can only thank God it was not too late. I can only thank God it was not too late. There's the love story. But every wedding needs an invocation, something of a sermon to reflect the gravity of the marital commitment. For such material, most people look to religious texts or maybe to Shakespeare or the writings of Toni Morrison. But my religion is music. And so I have chosen 3 songs from a holy trinity of contemporary rock and roll artists. Those being the Grateful Dead, Led Zeppelin, and Pearl Jam. And I intend to use the lyrics from those songs to inspire a little sermon that I've titled The Path of Life, or The Power of Love, as I speak briefly to Matt and Joey about their past, their present, and their future. Thinking first of the past, Joey, we talked a lot about the life journey that you've taken to get here today. Some of us may not know that at age 20, Joey was diagnosed with cancer, stage 4 malignant melanoma, and quite honestly assumed that she would be dead by the age 25. But you underwent surgery, you transitioned from a wheelchair to a walker to a cane and back to your own 2 feet. Your life went through several chapters. You became a mom to 2 young children, but in many ways you told me your life was not turning out exactly as you intended. But I want to share with our congregation what you wrote me about how your life changed after you met Matt. Matt saved me, hands down. He saved my soul and showed me true love. I was broken when we met, and I was going down a potential bad path. My self-worth was gone, but I had to be strong for my boys. I needed to show them the right way to be, good human beings and respectful young men. Matt, being the mellow guy he is, was a pillar of strength and guidance to us all. Then I met all of you. Wow, what an amazing group of people. Non-judgmental, accepting, and just awesome fucking people. It's a quote. I don't always share my deepest feelings because it scares me, but I am so thankful for everyone in my life, more than I can express at times. Now, Matt, you moved to San Diego in 1983, where you took a job with Teledyne Ryan, where you worked as an engineer for more than 30 years. You were married, and you had 2 beautiful children, Olivia and Amber. But at about the same time as Joey was trying to find balance in her life, you too were transitioning to a single life, still working full-time and raising 2 children. You hung out with the boys club, you played lots of wiffle ball, we went on hikes up mountains, and there was always beers to quench your thirst for a good time. But while you were never exactly alone, while you were never exactly lonely, you were for many years alone. But little did you know that redemption for both of you was just around the corner. Now there's a Grateful Dead song that speaks to the power of redemption, the redemption that love brings. That song is called Help on the Way. And the song begins with what I have always thought of, imagined as a dream sequence, beginning with an allegory, a metaphor, a symbol, a parable of paradise. Paradise waiting somewhere up on the crest of a wave, and of a woman poised for flight, wings spread wide, ready to leap into the sun. The protagonist of the dream says, "Tell me the cost, I can pay, let me know, tell me love is not lost. Sell everything, without love day to day, insanity is king. Crippled but free, I was blind all the time, I was learning to see. But then comes the salvation, help is on the way, and know this, Matt and Joey, you've got each other today."
Help on the way. Well, I know only this, I got you today. Don't fly away, 'cause I love what I love and I want it that way. I will stay one more day. Like I say, honey, it's you making it too. Without love in the dream, it'll never come true.
So that, Matt and Joey, is perhaps one of the lessons of your past. Without love in the dream, it will never come true. But with love in the dream, it will come true, and it has today, Joey and Matt, for you here today. So that's the past, let's talk about the present. I've known Matt for about 30 years, and I've been at least on the sidelines of this relationship since its beginning. And I can attest to one thing, and that is that the identities of Matt and Joey have essentially merged. What used to be Matt and Joey has become Matt and Joey. And so, Matt and Joey, what exactly is the nature of the commitment you make to each other today? It is, as you have both explained to me, a commitment of mutual love, and honor, and respect. And a commitment that if the sun refused to shine,
If the sun refused to shine,
I would still be loving you.
I would still be loving you.
When mountains crumble to the sea,
When mountains crumble to the sea,
there would still be you and me.
there would still be you and me.
And so today my world smiles.
So today my world smiles.
Your hand in mine, we walk the miles.
Your hand in mine, we walk the mile.
Thanks to you, it will be done.
But thanks to you, it will be done.
For you to me are the only one.
For you to me are the only one.
Happiness, no more be sad.
Happiness, no more be sad.
Happiness, I'm glad.
Happiness, I'm glad.
If the sun refused to shine,
If the sun refused to shine,
I would still be loving you.
I would still be loving you.
when mountains crumble to the sea.
Mountains crumble to the sea.
There will always be you and me.
There will always be you and me.
So we've talked about your past, we've talked about the present, let's talk about the future. Now, of course, we can't exactly see the future, we can't predict the future, but we can project our hopes onto the universe and hope that through some mysterious forces our wishes somehow come true. So as you make this marital commitment, here's what I wish upon you both. Drawn from the lyrics of a Pearl Jam song with the cryptic title, Unthought Known. Which encourages us to feel the path of every day, to consider which road you're taking. It says to look for love in evidence that you're worth keeping. It says to swallow whole your negatives, they're so sad and sickening. But the song culminates with a prayer, a directive, actually a wish, a blessing. And this is what I wish for Matt and Joey, that you fill the air up with love, feel the sky blanket you with gems and rhinestones, and to see the path cut by the moon for you to walk on. That's what I wish for you today. Fill the air up with love, home cool blue sky. Fill the air up with love, all black with starlight. Fill the sky like you with gems and rhinestones. See the path cut by the moon for you to walk on. See the waves on distant shores awaiting your arrival. So Matt and Joey have chosen not to share traditional vows, but rather to share what we're calling expressions of gratitude. Expressions of gratitude that they intend now to share first with their family, then with their friends, and finally with each other. So Matt and Joey. Joey.
First, I would like to thank my family for coming from all over the place. No, I don't like talking about it. I want to thank my family for all the support that they've given me my whole entire life and for coming this far and always supporting my good decisions and my not so good decisions. And I love you all very much.
I don't know if I need a mic, but I will. Anyhow, I want to thank my beautiful children here, Olivia and Amber, and gratitude. They couldn't have any better kids, perfect kids. My brother Scott's here, and my brothers couldn't make it, Chris and George and Art.
Okay, now we're going to step in and say thank you to our friends that are here who are also very much like our family. I consider us, we may not be blood, but we're all one big happy family and a wonderful tribe of people, and I personally love each and one of you. You're just wonderful to have in my life, all our lives.
Yeah, can't say I'm much better, but I have a great group of friends, you know, I've known since I was a kid. There's a whole bunch of guys here. Later, or OB Crab. We got it going on, baby.
Matt, or should I call you Hannah? I'm very excited to continue this journey with you that was started about 7 years ago, but now I get to do it as your wife. And I have 2 daughters now, and brothers, and it seems I've run out of time, so. And I just love you very much for making me a better person and being there for all of us and just being my calm, because I need it. Hold on, here we go.
They told me a couple things that wasn't allowed to mumble through this. I was supposed to be prepared to write something down. So I did take a couple notes. Happy beer dinner. I mean, we gotta give gratitude to our friends and family, but the reason I'm here is to live the rest of our life together this year. From our first shows together, further to San Francisco, Pearl Jam, our string cheese at Red Rocks. Best I could do. So yeah, with that said, I just want to cherish you, love you forever, be there forever, and be your husband, and love each other forever.
Okay, it's time for our ring ceremony. Does somebody have rings? Cool. And now Matt, while Uncanny sings a verse from another Grateful Dead song. In affirmation of your expressions of love and gratitude to everyone, to your friends, to your family, and to each other, please place your ring on Joey's finger and say simply, I love you.
Antiques of my life, full of cloudy dreams unreal, full of days no tongue can know.
Joey, in affirmation of your expressions of love and gratitude to all of us, to your family, to your friends, and especially to Matt, please place your ring on Matt's finger and say simply, I love you.
I have spent my life seeking all that's still unsung.
So, friends and family, before we seal this marriage with a traditional kiss, please join me and the band in singing the last line from the last song from the last album by the Beatles, which comes after a long drum solo that goes something like this. And you all know the line when it comes. Please sing it with us.
In the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
The time has come to make this official. But I have decided, as I decided in the 2 other weddings I officiated this year, that no amount of authority vested in me alone, even from the Universal Life Church of Modesto, California, was sufficient to consecrate a wedding as special as this one. And so I've decided, as I did in my other weddings, to entrust that ultimate judgment to the collective judgment of this crowd, of Joey's and Matt's closest family and dearest friends. Who better? So take just a moment to consult with your neighbor. It's time for us to call the question. All in favor of this marriage, say aye. Aye. All opposed? It seems the ayes have it. It seems the ayes have it, and so, please now, everybody, repeat after me. By the power vested in us,
By the power vested in us,
we now pronounce you
we now pronounce you
wife and husband.
wife and husband.
You may now kiss the bride.
You may now kiss the bride.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce to you for the very first time, while all of us go get high with our friends, Pepito, with a little help from my friends.